Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're trying something new. This is going to be the game called Trailmaker by Flash Build Studio. It's kind of a combination of, like if Besiege was to get married to Scrap Mechanic and also a little bit of Crossout in a way. It's a puzzle-based game where you're trying to solve these little puzzles and stuff, basically through building different contraptions. And you pick up parts along the way, at least in this particular mode. Here's a little view of the single-player campaign mode. So there's a bunch of different stages you got to get through, sort of like Besieged. But of course, it has elements of building, and you start out with some simple parts here. This is kind of the tutorial on how to build. So you get a cab, and then you're going to have some different framing parts, wheels, all that kind of good stuff. And later on, as you unlock stuff, if you explore around and find secrets in the game, you'll be able to build bigger and cooler things. So the building is pretty intuitive so far, I'll say. By the way, I did pick this up off of Steam, if you're wondering. This game ran me about $20, and it looked pretty promising. I kind of looked at the reviews. They were all good, and it looked like it had all the elements of something I would like. Because I'm into both building games, and puzzle games are fun for me too. It does have multiplayer, if you're wondering, but it is basically hosted on a person's computer, and it's only 4 person at a time, so you have to have a pretty powerful computer. There we go. That's a sweet intro there. Trailmakers, early access. So, sort of like in Besiege, you, as you're unlocking these things or trying to accomplish these different feats, your car will break and bust, and you're trying to find more parts and more energy cores, or power cores, I guess they're called, to improve your vehicle. So every power core you get, you can add another engine on, or another piece that's going to do something. So there could be hovers later on in the game, rocket boosters, all kinds of different stuff that you'll find and unlock. Right now, I'm just using the power cores to add on more engines to make my vehicle a little bit faster. You can also color things here too. As you see, I'm just going to color my engines here the same color. We'll do orange and this blue-gray as the colors I've chosen for my single-player campaign. I think it looks pretty slick. And as you go along, like I said, you'll find more parts. So there's some building blocks here too I can use. This little 1x2 should come in handy. And let's see what we got up here. We're also going to be collecting these screws, and my understanding is after you get 160, you unlock some other special parts and stuff like that. So you're just kind of looking out for both screws and parts themselves. And if you break your vehicle like that, you can just hit R and it will auto repair, which is nice. There's also, by pressing B, a build mode, so you can hit that anytime. Let's go loop back around and try that one again. A little bit too much power. There we go. And then you can jump out of your vehicle anytime too by pressing F. Some of the puzzles you run into, you might need to jump out. Like this one, I could either build a little contraption on top of my vehicle to get that screw, or let me go into save this real quick. There we go. Here's some of my vehicles I played earlier on before I started recording. Or you can just jump out of your vehicle, jump on top, and then reload your car like I do, and that makes this pretty easy. At least that's one way you can solve it. There's probably lots of ways to solve this problem, or this puzzle. I'll throw this here on top, and just jump back in as soon as we get out of build mode, and we should get that screw on top. Ta-da! Alright, I'm going to jump back down, we'll get in the car, and let's try another puzzle or two. Alright, so let's come out this way too. I know we have a lot to do in this first mission. Anyway, my intent here is just to kind of show you guys this game, see if this is something you might like to see some more videos on. I have played this quite a bit off camera, and got a little further in the game than this too. And it's really enjoyable. I've had a lot of fun. Definitely enjoying it more than Scrap Mechanic, and probably on the same level or maybe a little bit more fun than Besiege. So if you like that game, I would definitely recommend checking this one out. Alright, so this time I got to go through some water, so I'm just giving myself a little lift job without having a problem with it being too narrow. So I spread out my wheels a little bit and just added those little 1x2 blocks. So hopefully we can get through this little water. It doesn't look like it's very deep, but we got a screw out there, and then we also have some stuff to collect here on this little island here. And looks like we got some birds or something over here. There are little creatures and stuff every once in a while. that you'll run into. And watch out, because most of them are hostile. Let's just run by here. See if we can grab these things. These things ball up and chase you and knock you into next week if they hit you. That was a hard hit. Alright, let's go and repair. But they do eventually tire out, and then you can return the favor and hit them back. And then if you wait long enough, these little, I don't know what you call these things, road runners or something like that, they will recover and turn back into their ball form, so try to kill them quickly. Alright, let's find some more puzzles here. Here's one. I just need tire tracks the right width here for these two beams. But I think I'm good. Those little electrical looking things on the board, those, if you get out and your character touches them, you'll die instantly. So you can't cheat and get out and just walk your character across and relaunch your car on the other side. They thought about that. You also can't swim in this game too. There's piranhas in the water everywhere you go. So if you jump in the water, you're pretty much instantly dead. Alright, here we go. We got a ramp up here. Let's see if I got enough engines. I installed 3 off camera here. And let's see if we can get over this hump. Oh, just barely. But just barely is good enough. And looks like we got another common block here. 1x4 now. Nice. Alright, we're getting some pretty decent parts. And ooh, we got a loop-de-loop down here. It should be fun. Along with maybe some more unlockable parts. I'm not sure what this is, but let's check it out. And another power core. Great. We can upgrade our car again. As I think I have a couple energy to spare. Got the raw engine, so the bigger version of the engine. Let's go and put together a new car. Because I don't think I have the power to go do that loop-de-loop with this thing. Let's make something a little bit more powerful. Alright, I'm going to add, I have 2 of these big engines on it now, which look a lot more awesome. And then I put 2 of the small ones in the back, as I think the smaller engines are a little bit better at short speed, but the other ones give you kind of a higher top speed, but they don't accelerate as much. At least that's what I'm thinking is accurate. We're going to throw a couple more wheels on it, and I still have the lift system too, so we can still go through water. But keeping it simple, I added on some flags I picked up. And there's some other decorative items too that I got on an earlier campaign. And I guess once you get the decorative items, they stay in your inventory even when you do another game, so you don't have to unlock that again. Crap! Alright. Well, there's no penalty for dying, thank goodness. You just start back from your last save spot. So we did get that, and even if you die, you don't lose your progress. You just basically report back to the save. So not a really big penalty for death in this game, which is kind of fun. Alright, we got another couple ramps, and now that I got a little more power, let's try getting over this hump, as it wouldn't let me before. There we go. I found if you rotate your car a little bit once you're jumping, landing on your tires will keep you from exploding. If you land flat, a lot of times you'll lose everything. Let's try again here, get this other bolt in the air. Ah, there we go. Lost our front wheels, but we can just repair. At least we survived. That's the main thing. Now I got those. We got to do a little more exploring. Looks like we got a turnpike or something here, and I got a couple more bolts to catch on this thing. Let's see if we can get enough momentum and come down on top onto this thing. And oh, crap! All right, that didn't work. Lost a couple flags. Let's rebuild and try this again. All right, maybe I come up this side. Let's try to get this other one here real quick. Nice, got it. Alright, here's another puzzle. I actually saw this one earlier, but it's a good example, so I figured I'd show you guys how to do this sort of thing. So run into these two where you have to figure out how to get through certain obstructions. And this one's pretty easy, I found. Just adding a little extension to the end. And then I just throw my cab at the very front of this thing. We'll stick it up here, and then we'll walk up. Remember, the lasers you can't touch with your character, so you can't just walk through that little entryway, and it's too wide to jump. So I figured by making a little bridge thing on my vehicle, and then driving my car, pushing the cab through that hole, that would get me through to grab the bolt that's hidden behind here. Ah, yes, I am the smarty pants. Very nice. And then we can just go ahead and reload our vehicle inside here and continue on with our quest. I got that mustache earlier. Like I said, cosmetic parts, once you get them, they basically stay on your account forever. You don't have to go get them again. There's another one under here that I've already got. I'm not going to spoil that for you. I'll let you guys figure out how to do that one. It's another kind of creative solution. And finally, I'll leave you guys with my hydraulic hook of doom, as I will try to slide down this... Oh, crap, didn't work out. Slide down this bar to collect those screws. I might have to redesign this one. Anyway, guys, if you are somebody who liked Besieged or Scrap Mechanic but wish the Scrap Mechanic actually had a real game to it, you'll like this game, so definitely check it out on Steam. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Please thumbs up and subscribe if you have not. Ring the bell, and I'll see you guys in my very next video here on Gamer Guide channel. Later.